interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Welcome to the 2023 Dakar Rally edition of the Chasing Waypoints podcast. Bringing you daily updates as competitors take on over 5,000 miles in 15 days across the Arabian Peninsula. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any updates. And if you haven't already, make sure to follow us on Instagram at Chasing Waypoints for more updates and news from the bivouac. That being said, let's get to it. All right, what's going on, guys? Here we go. Stage number 7. This is the stage rundown. Let's talk a little bit about it. And first of all, there is some changes right off of the bat. So if you guys heard this morning's episode, we were talking about how stage number 7 was going to be a total of 641 kilometers. Well, they said, you know what? These guys are, they're having fun. Let's give them some more fun. So let's talk about that very first thing to talk about. But then we'll talk about some predictions because I like what I'm seeing as far as the stage breakdown goes. Okay, originally planned for 641 kilometers for today or for tonight's stage. It is now 861 kilometers. So they have added an additional 180 kilometers. That is absolutely crazy. 180 kilometers. You think, okay, well, that's not too, that doesn't, that's in the metric numbers, right? So let's talk about what adding 180 kilometers adds to in miles is adding another 111 miles. So it's a tough one, right? We've been talking about that and how the length and how long this event actually is. Every single mile counts up to the rest day. And then after that, every single mile counts to the finish line. So anytime you can save some time out of the seat, obviously that's going to help. Unless you spent a bunch of time working with the guys at Seat Concepts, like the American Rally Originals, and got them tuned up on their seats, which very impressive. I kind of want one of those ARO seats for the 790. Maybe that's some. I'm going to reach out to them. Let's see what we got. Anyway, but dropping the name. But yeah, that was something that I thought was really, really cool of one of the companies that supports the American Rally Originals, is that they took the time to work with them on their seats. And actually, interesting enough, is everybody's seat, every rider's seat on the team, there's Paul, Kyle, David, Jim, Mo Hart, all of those guys, each seat is a little bit different cushion wise from what they like and what they are. So I think that was pretty cool. So obviously that's not something that they can do for the public necessarily. You do got to, crank out seats and production. I mean, they are some of the most comfortable seats out there, but the idea that they were able to take the time and get these guys ready for the amount of kilometers that they were going to do. So remember, this whole event for these guys is going to be 5,300 miles in 15 days. So averaging about 300 miles or so. It's going to be a challenge. All right. Stage number 7. Let's get this breakdown going and get right to it. 861 kilometers total for the day. So let's grab the calculator here and let's do that really quick because the planned 641 has come and gone. And we are now at 861 kilometers. So 861 times 0.62, 533 miles today. So they're going to be riding 533 miles. They just got done doing a day almost just as long as this. So, and what I mean just as long as this is longer than that. So they did yesterday on stage number 6, they did 918 kilometers. So just a few more, like I said, every mile counts. All right, let's get to it. All right, here we go. So the commute this morning or in the morning for them, or the commute tonight for these guys, is going to be 288 kilometers from the bivouac to the depart of the special stage. So they are going to be traveling 288 times 0.62. They're going to travel 178 miles just to get to the start of the special stage for tonight's stage number 7. First bike is going to be leaving the bivouac at 4 a.m., so that is going to be 5 p.m. time, Pacific Coast time. So at 5 p.m., the first bike will be leaving the bivouac, and then they are expecting the first bike to be leaving the start line at 9:20 p.m. Pacific time or 8:20 local time in Saudi Arabia. So that is a long liaison. No wonder they're getting these guys started early. So 288 kilometers just to get to the start of the special, and then they are going to run a 333 kilometer special, which translates into, if you guys have been keeping up, is going to be 333 times 0.62. 206 miles, so 206.46 to be exact. So 206 miles of timed racing with a fuel stop, a neutralization at around kilometer 196 in the stage. Now, this is interesting. Sand again today, but it looks like actually more dirt. We're going to get into the makeup of the stage or the breakdown of the actual stage itself here in just a minute. But 196 kilometers before they take on fuel, and then it'll be another 137 kilometers to get to the finish line from there. So once they get to the finish line or arrive special stage or selective section, they're going to do another 240 kilometers just to get back to the pits. So this is what we were talking about. I think what happened is the way they had to run the stage, they shortened it by 100. I believe it's about 100 kilometers that they ended up shortening it by, roughly. And then had to add a road section on because of the situation at the bivouac being for this stage because of the flooding. So I'm sure there's going to be more news on it, more stuff released here shortly on it. But let's talk about this 240 kilometer commute back to the bivouac translates into 148 miles. So long, absolutely long day for these guys to get back home. So the good thing is, though, let's talk about this. Now, we know the results from this morning, at least the unofficial stuff that was going on. Mason was a little bit back in the 12th spot. So the difference, though, on this one, though, is yesterday was dunes. Today, they've had 2 straight days of just sand and dunes. And today's breakdown of today's stage number 7, 20% sand, 63% dirt, 2% tarmac, 13% dunes. So you're looking at about a total of 33% of this stage is going to be sand versus 63% of it is going to be in the dirt. So I'm excited for that one because all of our boys that are still out there are very proficient in riding in the dirt. That is what they grew up doing down here. So I'm looking for a huge day out of these guys. Not to say the rest of the field is not competitive, but I feel like, Skylar Howes up front, going to be much more at home in this terrain than in the sand, which is going to be awesome. So I know they trained a lot in the sand. They did a lot of work, to make sure that they were ready to go for this, but the dirt is home. So I am looking forward to seeing how the stage shakes down because I got a feeling this is going to be rad. All right, so that is the stage breakdown. Let's go over that one more time. So now 861 kilometers total with a 333 kilometer special, and then they are going to be departing. First bike is going to be leaving the bivouac at 5 p.m. and that's 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. First bike to leave the start line is going to be at 9:20 p.m. So if you guys are looking to do the tracking on the Dakar website or the Dakar Rally app, that is what about the times that you want to be listening or you want to be tuning in on this one. So remember, that is 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time this afternoon, and it is 8:20 or 9:20 p.m. this afternoon Pacific Standard Time for the start of the first bike. So hope you guys are going to be tuning in and enjoying so far. Let me know what you guys think. If you're on Spotify, you can actually comment directly on this episode, or if not, shoot me a DM or tag me on the Instagram at Chasing Waypoints, and we talk a little bit more about the rally. But anyway, with that being said, let's get this show on the road. Remember, it'll make sense when you get there. Enjoy the ride. All right, that is the wrap for the Chasing Waypoints podcast this week. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what you heard. We are available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and a bunch of others. Also, follow us on social media. You can find us on Facebook under Chasing Waypoints, Instagram Chasing Waypoints _official, and of course, the YouTube under Chasing Waypoints. Hope everybody has a good week. We will see you guys for the next episode. Remember, shiny side up, and don't forget to tag us. We want to see where you guys are riding and what you guys are up to. Have a great week.